Good morning, everyone. Well, it's been another funny week, hasn't it, under lockdown? And yet time marches on, and we are getting very, very close now to the pinnacle of the church's year, which is our observance of Holy Week, and then on to the Easter weekend. Now, we've been working really hard as a team of parishes across the Aylsham and District team to make sure that Holy Week is special this year, despite all the things that are going on in the wider world around us. So do watch this space for updates about what's coming up next week. But I just thought I would tell you something about this Sunday, because this Sunday is Palm Sunday. It's the day where we remember Jesus coming into Jerusalem and being greeted as a king, and people pulling down branches off the trees and waving them to welcome him and greet him into the city. Normally what we do in Corston and in our surrounding parishes is around Palm Sunday we give out palm crosses, and we do this in the primary school. All the children get a palm cross, and we do it in our churches. Now, the latest advice from the Church of England, guidance actually rather than advice, says that really delivering stuff is now off the cards. We shouldn't be delivering things through people's doors. And also, we feel that really just leaving things in a collection point for people to come and collect also presents people with an unacceptable risk, because if everybody's touching the same plastic bag or door or whatever it is to get these palm crosses, it's not really an ideal way to be behaving in this lockdown situation. So although I have a huge stack of palm crosses, I'm afraid they're going to have to wait till next year. And so that made us think, well, what are the opportunities for things that we could do differently to mark Palm Sunday, which comes up this weekend? And there are two different ideas, really, and you might want to do either or both of these. So the first one is many of you will have been out gardening in your gardens over the recent weeks because, well, what else do you do when you're locked down? And you might have some bits of greenery, some branches. They won't be palm branches because this is Norfolk, not the Mediterranean. But if you've got some branches, some bits of greenery from your garden, maybe this weekend you could use them to decorate your front door or somewhere near in your front garden to show some kind of significance of Palm Sunday with the branches that we have. You know, if Jesus came into Corston or Hayden or Alton or Haveringland today, what would we wave to say hello to Jesus? Well, we might not cut down branches, but let's do that this weekend. So if you have got some bits of trees and shrubbery that you could arrange aesthetically on your front door or in your front garden, then please do that to show the community that we are still marking Palm Sunday. And also so that when people are on their daily exercise, walking around the village, they might see the homes of fellow congregants and think, oh, yeah, there they are. They're marking Palm Sunday too. So that's one thing you can do, to do some decoration. And actually, that comes from the Orthodox tradition. We're not making this up. This is something they do in the Orthodox Church. The second thing that we can do is to make our own palm crosses. Now, obviously, we don't have palm trees in our gardens. You're not likely to have fronds of palm branches in your houses. And so there's an alternative way of doing this. If you have some stiff paper or card and a ruler, then you can make a palm cross equivalent out of paper. And so perhaps this is something that young and old could have a go at in the next couple of days. I'm going to link now to a video which is on somebody else's Facebook page, which is a tutorial as to how they have managed to make some palm crosses. So let's see if this works. If it doesn't, then I will simply put a link in the comments and you can follow the link. So let's see.
Hello everyone, it's Mark here. I'm the curate at St John's Church in Shildon, and I have a little tutorial video for you today on how to make glueless paper palm crosses. It's Palm Sunday on Sunday when we remember Jesus riding into Jerusalem on the back of a donkey. And we call it Palm Sunday because on that day people took down palm branches and waved them, shouting, "Hosanna, Hosanna!" because they recognised something was special about this man, because they recognised that he had come to rescue them, he had come to save them. Now, normally in church we would give out palm crosses made of palm, but we can't do that this year. But we can still do something quite fun. We can make paper palm crosses, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. I'm going to show you how to make paper palm crosses. So let me take these ready-made ones and show you what we're going to use. What you will need is a scrap piece of paper, which is roughly A4 in length. You could use any colour. I've got a nice yellow piece here. And you will need a pair of scissors. Now at this point, if you are a little person, I want you to go and get a grown-up, because it involves using scissors to cut out. So take your scrap piece of paper and cut 2 1.5 to 2 centimetre strips. 1, 2. Now, do not worry if they're a bit rough. Mine will be a bit rough, but this will still work. The instructions for this video roughly follow the instructions for making a palm cross out of a normal palm leaf, but this bit I've made up for myself. So, take your 2 bits of paper, make one go sideways and one go upwards, cross them over, and fold this one going across, like so. So it covers about half the width of this vertically aligned bit of paper, and fold this one, which is vertical, down, so it's about across half the width of this square here. Next, take the strip which goes to the right and fold it over. We're joining these 2 bits of paper together. You should have something which looks a bit like this. Next, what I want you to do is rotate it a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a diagonal fold across an imaginary line here to get these 2 bits of paper in line. So you want to hold it firmly and sort of pinch it and roll it over. And so these 2 bits are now in line. And I'm just going to open that up so you can see what I've done for that fold. It's really quite simple. Next, take the piece of paper, the strip of paper at the back, and fold it underneath. And we've now joined our 2 bits of paper together. And now, from now on, we follow the normal instructions for turning a strip of palm into a palm cross. But I don't know how to do that, or at least I didn't know how to do that, so I'm going to show you that too. So, take this strip of paper on the right, and do a 45-degree fold diagonally upwards. It should look like that. Then fold it down, and then fold it up again, like so. Next, take the left-hand strip of paper and fold it across the top. And I want you to take the whole thing you've made and flip it over. And all that folding we've done should have created a little pocket in there. And we are going to take this strip of paper on the left, and we are going to thread it through that pocket. And I want you to pull it tight. And what you've done there is you've made a knot which will form the central piece of your palm cross. And you'll be pleased to know that's the hardest instructions over. So now all you have to do to make the arms of the cross, take this left strip of paper and fold it through again. Fold it and thread it through. You probably want it about that length. You can always adjust it afterwards. I give it a little press down to help it keep its shape. And then take the other side. You might find it easier if you flip it over, and thread it into the pocket as well. And you can see mine is they're not quite even, those 2 arms. So if you just do a bit of fiddling at the back, sliding one side through and pulling one side out a little bit, you should be able to get it roughly even. And now the next step is really simple. We're going to take this vertical piece here, this vertical strip, and we are going to thread it through, and that will form the vertical bar of the cross. Now I've done that the wrong way. I want to turn it over and thread it through. And you will see that we have now formed a paper palm cross using no glue. We're going to be using these for our Palm Sunday online service. So, if you are at home, please do make one. Feel free to colour in the front because they're made of paper. That's a wonderful thing you can do with them. You can decorate them. But leave the back blank because we will be using it in our service to write some prayers. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. If you've enjoyed it, please do like it or leave a comment as well. And if you know of anyone else who might find this tutorial helpful, please share it with them. And I will see many of you, I'm sure, online on Sunday. See you later.
Well, wasn't that fantastic? I mean, I'm so grateful to the people of St. Peter's Church in Shildon for making that particular video accessible, and we've shared it so that you can all see it. And hopefully you can follow these instructions, make yourself a palm cross out of paper, and join us on Sunday at 10:30 with your palm crosses, maybe with your front doors or your front gardens decorated for Palm Sunday, and we can join together and start our Holy Week in some great style. Thanks very much for watching. I'll keep you posted if anything else changes, and otherwise see you on Sunday.